Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today, you had some more questions about streaming, so I want to dive right into it and look at panels today. So panels are a really important part of your Twitch channel, as it's a flat ground where people can just click on things and interact and learn more about you and your community. So with these panels, you have a couple things in mind. You want to make sure that they're part of your brand. They are cohesive in some way, either by color profile or design or anything of that nature. You want to make sure that they're clear and concise and easy to read. You want to treat this as another place where people can get to know you. So making sure that you're describing things. You have clear pictures that people can identify with or can find interest with. With this, I asked some people from my community and posted a quick little thing on Twitter asking people if I could look at their panels and review them. So today we're going to go through those streamers, we're going to review their panels, and we're going to give some tips to those streamers as well as some tips to you at home who want some answers about what you could do with your panels to make them look better. Let's jump right in. So in talking about panels, I need to start by talking about my own, because if I don't, then who am I to say that my panels are any good or your panels are not? So my theme's Egyptian. I stuck around and thought this would be a cool theme, and this is some background and some additional roots. If you have some questions about that, chat with me about it. I'd be happy to answer. But for now, let's go over my panels. So with my panels, I have YouTube, I have Twitter, I have Discord, that all linked directly to those things. I then have a donation page if someone wants to choose to donate right to me instead of donating through bits or through gifted subs. I then have a pretty long bio that goes over some information about me, which also has some links in it. So I make sure to embed those links so if people want to know when we're live, they can click that and it will tell them exactly when they're live during their time period. Other things. I have my Steam wishlist over here for some games that I'm looking to play on stream. Further down, we have the teams that I'm a part of, the Rainbow Collective and Team Aether. I then have my wishlist on the side from Amazon if people are interested in that. And then I have Humble Partner, letting people know that I'm affiliated with Humble, making sure that we can donate some money to the Trevor Project, as well as getting games for a little cheaper than we should. So the next is perfect. You've looked at everything, you're good. Then shrink the sides and see what it looks like. So most people who are coming to your channel are going to see it in this way. They have the video up here, they then scroll down and they see what the things look like. So I've organized it in this way because I don't want people to kind of be jarred with the donation thing. So I've kind of made sure that that's a little hidden. If they want it, they'll look for it. I have my bio on my right hand side that's very descriptive, easy to find. I have a clear picture of myself that I use pretty much for everything with my logo right here underneath. I then have some information here. They can click these things. They're pretty cut and dry. Good. Some things that I might be able to improve on is talking more about the mission or about the Band of Bothers and things of that nature. I'm currently designing that, so it's not out yet, and I haven't been able to post that. So this next person that we're going to review is actually live when we're reviewing them, so this is a little awkward, but it's fine. Okay, so this is DomBeLive. So Dombe is a great friend of mine. He's a fellow Dead by Daylight streamer, and he has some links here, and let's look at them. So he's pretty clean. Everything's in the same font. Everything's the same size. Everything of all that nature, okay? So we have the handbook. We have a P.O. box, subscribe, business inquiries, donations, movies, Discord, Twitter, Instagram, a question mark, and then we have kind of the top donors for all time, each month, each week, or each session on his stream. Okay, so let's look at this. The handbook. Okay, so this links over to an employee handbook as part of his theme. P.O. box links to some information regarding his P.O. box. This is all public information, so as we're making this YouTube video and talking about this, I can share this information. Here's a subscribe. If you want to go over and subscribe to him, perfect. I think all of these are great, and this is an easy way to get things out there. The only thing that I don't like about this is there's no information about him. I'm not going to click on that employee handbook because it's an embedded link that who knows if they're going to click on it. Someone's going to come to his page and scroll down and look at his content. You want to make sure that you have a link there if someone wants the information, but I would love to see a little bio about Domby. We know nothing about him at this point. If I didn't know him and wasn't already involved in his community, I would know nothing. I wouldn't click on the handbook because that's just not the type of people that you're going to have. Most people are not going to be clicking on links from the get-go. So you want to make sure you do a mix of both. So this next person, we have DrillerFox. Alex is a great friend of mine, and we always play Dead by Daylight together. So if you're looking for more Dead by Daylight content, make sure you go and check out his page. So let's look at it. So we have About, Discord, Rules, YouTube, Schedule, Twitter, Donations, some Spotify now playing, and Spotify recently played. Okay, so looking at this, we have his About section. I grew up on video games, so I found Twitch, which has been in my life for the longest time, and I have found fun in streaming. My name is Alex, and I love playing Dead by Daylight. I have been playing since the 1st of January in 2019. I hope to make new friends while I stream and learn more about what I can do. I spend most of my time right now playing video games, but I still have to do school. So if I cancel stream, it's most likely because of a school event. Okay, so I think there's some pros and cons with this. There's some pros that we're learning right about him right from the get-go. We know who he is, we know what games he's played, we know how long he's been playing it. The information I don't like is he's already saying that he'll cancel stream. So for a new viewer coming in, they're like, oh, Alex is just going to cancel stream randomly and not inform us. I would love to keep that information to Discord and try and keep more of the positive, uplifting things to hear. I would love to know what his schedule. He says every Saturday. Every Saturday at what time? What time zone? When? So if he's streaming every Saturday, is that all day Saturday? It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon here in Connecticut. He's not live. So when today is he going live? I would love to know that information. Discord, he's still setting it up. I think that's perfect for us to know that he's still a work in progress. As you notice, he's not reached affiliate yet, but he's working towards it. I think this is a great starter way that he could get his panels to going. They're all the same color, they're all the same font. I like how he's color coded with YouTube and Twitter for that information as well. I don't think the Spotify information really needs to be here. I don't think that's really helpful. That's not really boosting him in any way. It's not really doing anything to create information here in his panels. I would love maybe a picture of him since he doesn't normally stream with a face cam. That way that we can get to know him a little better and know who he is. He can put that in his About section. He can put that above his About section. He can do that the same way I did. However way he wants to do that, I think it'd be a great way to get to know him and to know who the streamer is. When he decides that he wants to start using a face camera, that's an easy way to have people connect with him and know what they're looking at and know who they're talking to. Overall, I think this is a great starter. I think the panels look nice. I just think he needs to change the information a little bit to get that going. So next we have Tiny Tries Things. Tiny's fantastic and a great friend of mine, and I'm excited to talk about her profile because her and I communicate all the time about what we like and what we don't like about each other's profiles, what we can do to change and what we can do to kind of alter things and make things look a little bit better. So with Tiny's profile, okay, so I made a mistake while we were recording this. I forgot to talk about the games that Tiny plays here on Twitch, and I want to make sure we talk about those because it's super relevant. So Tiny is a platformer and plays a lot of platformer style games. She's currently playing Super Mario Maker, and she's also trying to do this new series where she's playing a new game every once in a while to learn about different games and things of that nature. So if you're looking for someone who's a variety streamer who streams platformer style games as well as a mix of other things, I go over and check out Tiny. Thanks so much. Sorry about that. Let's go back to now Tiny's profile. I think this is great from the get-go. All of her things are all clean, easy to read. They're all on brand. Okay, so her Twitter links out, her chat rules go nowhere, her about where goes nowhere, her subscribe goes right to if you want to pay for this. Games goes somewhere. Let's see where it goes. Goes to a Google Doc. Oh, that's fun. We have donations that goes right to donations, and we have Discord that go right to Discord. Okay, so there are some pros and some cons here. Tiny has a lot of information here, which for someone new might be a little bit of an overload. I would love if some of this information was cleaned up and shortened. The chat rules, I would love shorter rules, but more rules. So it still has the same information for her channel, but it's a little bit more descriptive in that. This subscribe down here, I think this is great. I think it's maybe a little long too. People kind of know what they're getting themselves into nowadays. Most people understand that. I think that these, there's no additional benefits that they're really getting besides the sub-only Discord channel is what I see. And priority spots during community game nights. So I think that maybe we could take out some of the fluff information that they already know about, ad-free viewing, as well as having the channel emotes. People know that already. I don't think that information is super relevant, or we need that. The Discord, I think people know what they're getting themselves into with the Discord, but I think that the text is just extra. The donation section is great. Talking about the Rainbow Collective, a stream team she's into, is great. This calendar is a little bit hard to read, and I don't think it's great for the way that Twitch is set up. With the panels, there's not a whole lot of room. I would love to potentially see some written text here for someone who can't really read the picture. I would also love to see a picture of Tiny. I think this is a great spot where she could add some type of picture that lets you know about her and that information. I think pictures, as everyone says, they say 1,000 words. So I think having that information is going to be great for her and really help her out. How she's trying to grow and trying to connect with new people. They can connect with her just by her face. She uses a face cam when she streams. People are already used to that big smile on her face whenever she's playing games. So I think it'd be great to have a nice picture of her, or maybe a picture of her and her girlfriend. Overall, I think Tiny and her panels are fantastic. There's just minor changes that I think she could do to kind of oomph them up a little bit. A lot of words and a lot of text, and it's for some people, they don't want to read that. So here, we notice a difference between Tiny and DomBe. DomBe had a clickable link where you were able to look into his profile and look into a Google Doc and figure out some more information. That text, Tiny has just put that here on her panels instead of hiding it in a document. Both are two different ways. Tiny does have some embedded links with the games that link to Google Docs. So maybe she could do that with some more information. Learn more about this here. Click this here. That may help, that may not help. I think shrinking some of this text will be really worthwhile for her when she's trying to kind of grow her channel in 2020. So the next person we're talking about is Kira Games. Kira is one of my moderators here on Twitch, and talking about his profile is going to be super interesting. He's already here as an affiliate on Twitch. So let's look at a couple things. So he has an About Me section, a Rules section, a Donation Link section, and a Schedule. Okay, so the About Me goes over where he's from, the games he plays, which is Dead by Daylight, and then a little bit of extra information about him being the not best killer in the world. So I think the negative talk here in his bio isn't really helping him. He's a fantastic streamer, and being negative from the get-go, people are going to feel that negativity coming right into his stream, which he doesn't need or doesn't want. So making sure that you're not having negative talk as soon as you start your profile, that way people can get to know you a little bit better. Kira also doesn't stream with the face cam. I would love a picture. I think everyone should have a picture on their profile. I don't understand why we can't. It takes 2 seconds. Get a nice picture of yourself. Figure something out. Come on, folks. Like, put a picture in your profile. People love that shit. Okay, these gaming rules, I think they're a little frivolous. I would love, like, I understand that they're there. I understand why they're there. You have moderators who can enforce them. Maybe putting them a little bit smaller or putting them somewhere else. You also have them be a clickable thing whenever someone's joining to chat for the first time. I think they're a little much. That's just me. This donation link is huge. I don't think it needs to be that big. It's taking up almost a whole quarter, if not more than that, of his entire profile. And doesn't sound like it's really helping him. If you really need money that bad, talk about it while you're live, or talk about what the money's going to. I would love to know what you're doing with the donations that I'm sending to you, less of a huge donation link. People who want to donate will find a way to figure it out and make sure they can get that money over to you. Lastly, at the bottom, he has his schedule. Does he stick to the schedule? I wouldn't know. So let's talk about that. It says Eastern Standard Time, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday offline. They're the same time every Monday through Thursday. So why can you not just put Monday-Thursday with the dates? Why do you need it 4 times? Easy thing to fix. Clean up this profile. I would love some additional information about him, about what he's doing, where he could go from here, what he's planning to use the money on, what are his goals while streaming. He's a newer affiliate, so I'd love to know all that information. Overall, I really don't think Kira's panels are that great. He could really boost them up to make sure that people, when they come to his profile, get to learn more about him and more about what he's about and why he streams here on Twitch. If he took some time to really put some a little bit of effort into his panels, some people may just follow or might stick around just because of that. Who knows, but spend a little bit of extra time, Kira, and I bet you'll have a great profile. Next on our list is my friend Kyler, who streams Magic the Gathering. I want to look at his profile because I think this is a great example of a profile and something that some people should look at. There's a picture of himself, his information about himself, as when he's going live next, as the active decks that he's playing while streaming Magic on Twitch. Perfect. As his Twitter, has information about how you can get involved, has information about his Discord, his team, his cats. I think this is fantastic. Everything here is perfect. Only thing that I don't like is the amount of text that's all over the place. I would love if maybe he had some more graphics to interrupt that text or things of that nature. Besides that, this is pretty good. This is what I would love to see from more people. All the information here lets you know everything about him. It's easy to read and easy to find. The layout is super nice with chat on the side and people who are following on this side. Have all of his decks right here, which is perfect. You know exactly what he's playing. You can also click on them, which then brings them up. So if you want to copy and paste them and then play as them, you can. Which is fantastic. Really, no big complaints here. I love everything about his profile here. Maybe some things I would change is maybe some branded stuff. Nothing about this is branded at all. So if he wants to create a brand of some sort, brand. Time to make a brand. And to figure out something. Maybe a color scheme. Anything. Please. Besides that, his profile's pretty good. I'll be leaving all of these in the description below so people can go out and look at them themselves. If you see after the video goes live, they make some updates and you want to see what those updates are, those will all be in the description below. Last but certainly not least, we have a new affiliate here on Twitch. Tay has a interesting profile here. It looks kind of like DomBe's, the first one that we reviewed, and it also has a mix of text from other panels that we've reviewed today. What I think he could do here, we know nothing about him. Why should I support you and click that support me link? If I'm not watching you while you're live and I'm finding you some other way through this YouTube video maybe, how do I know who you are and why I should support you and why I should hit that follow button while you're not live? I don't. So first tip, put some about me section, put some more information. He has links to everything, which is perfect. Discord, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, fantastic. I know nothing in his about section. Would love more information there. Tell me what games you play. Tell me why you're streaming them. And more information about that. His favorite games? Are those the same games that you're streaming? We don't know. I would love to know that information while you're actively streaming. Tiny does a little calendar. The little calendar is okay. I think it serves its purpose and people know what they're expecting every month when Tiny puts that on her profile. With Tay's profile, we don't know that. We don't know when he'll be live next. We see his schedule, but does he stick to that? We don't know. Overall, I think Tay's profile needs a little bit of work. He's a new affiliate here on Twitch. He just recently got it last week. So I know he has a lot of growth and I'm excited to see what comes in 2020 for him. With this in mind, I would love to see what he does with this. So make sure you click that link in the description below to see how he changes his profile after this video goes live. I like his color theme, but I don't really see a theme with him. Why blue? Why green? Maybe in the about section we can talk about that. I choose not to talk about it in my own because it's really deep rooted in my own journey and bisexuality, but I'm happy to talk about it. Maybe I should change it on my profile. Who knows? We'll see what happens. Okay, everyone, that's a wrap. That was a lot of panel discussion. I need some water and I need to figure out what I'm doing with the rest of my day. Thank you so much for watching this instructional / review of people's panels. If you like this video, or if you have other questions about streaming or anything of that in general, please leave those in the comment section below so I know what to do and where to go with these streaming tips. Again, we are live every Thursday, Friday, and Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I hope to see you then. Bring your questions there as well. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the flip side.